القول والفعل والأحوال أجمعها كانت مقدرة من حكمة الله. تبارك الله عن ند يشاركه في خلق شيء بدا من أعبد الله.
The existence. The existence is one of the teachings that the Sheikh al-Tayyib also had discussed in his Book of Aphorism. And in this regard, I would like to say this is a controversial matter that used to be debated and argued between philosophers and others in the field of Islamic thought and philosophy. However, what I am going to quote or to present from the idea that Sheikh al-Tayyib has reflected on this matter, by the way, is reflection to the view of Sufis to the universe and to the existence in the final conclusion. So as I have stated earlier, the Book of Aphorism that had been written by Sheikh al-Tayyib has included many issues that used to be discussed for the first time in Sudanese Sufism. So the issue of existence is a philosophical issue, but the Sheikh himself came to present it to the readers and to Sufis in the country to show that Sufis have their own view and perspective towards the universe. However, before going further to present his own words in this important and significant matter, just here I would like to present and introduce some of the views that have been said and have been reflected by Sufis in the topic under presentation. The Sufi cosmology is a Sufi approach to cosmology, which discusses the creation of man and the universe, which according to Sufis are the fundamental grounds upon which Islamic religious universe is based. According to Sufi cosmology, God's reason for the creation of this cosmos and humankind is the manifestation and recognition of himself as it is stated in the Hadith Qudsi, I was a hidden treasure, I desire to be recognized, so I created the creature. The existence of Allah is by means of His essence, not by means of His attribute of existence. But the other beings are not the case. They are existed by means of their being's attribute. It is not one of the characteristics of Almighty God that He exists by His own essence and has not need of being attribute. Everything which are seen and known are limited, that is, registered, conditional, and bounded. It is below the simplicity of absoluteness. Almighty God is exempted from all limiting. Therefore, you must look Him beyond the areas of images and information. For the phenomenal world is an outward manifestation of the one real. The real's essence is above human knowledge. This issue is beyond the perception of mind, because mind accepts that it is impossible to investigate beyond the seen and known. Almighty God is for the simplicity of His absoluteness. Any restrictions and bonds cannot find way to Him. But if His manifestations reflect on the mirror of universe, He could be seen and known, because His manifestation would be reflected on the mirror of universe. Because His manifestations would be reflected on the mirror of universe, so that they would be considered as the authority of universe, which could be seen and knowable. Some people are satisfied with these seen and known reflections of God manifestations. But on contrary, to these people, some aim at a higher target. God likes the people who have the highest goals at knowing Him. According to Sufis, there is only one existence which exists spontaneously. This is the presence of the Almighty God. The presence of God is eternal and does not accept any increase, division, change, and renewal. God manifests in the individuals not concerning His essence, but concerning His attributes and acts. All animate and inanimate elements in universe can remain standing only by the existence of God. All animate and inanimate elements in universe can remain standing only by the existence of God. The main purpose of creation is, according to Hadith Qudsi about God, I was a hidden treasure, I wanted to be known. This expression denotes that all the things and the universe are the manifestations of God. Why was the universe created and why is placed in? Sufis say that the existence is unique and God is the real and absolute existence. Universe is a shadow of His names and attributes and acts. The shadow cannot confine. The shadow cannot confine the original, and so space problem does not arise. The companion of the Prophet ﷺ asked him, what was in the place of universe before creating of universe? Peace and blessing replied the question as, God had nothing else. Sufi experience or Sufis guides experience, spiritual guides experience on their understanding, comprehension to the universe, by the way, has come with these features. So according to Sufis, the main features of unity of existence are follows. What exists is only God. What we see around us are the shadows of the names and attributes of God. These shadows are imaginary and have no real presence. So they exist in reality only God. According to the ideas of unity of existence, the existence arises of the following 5 orders outside of the presence order of God. The first of these 5 is unification. In regard to unification, other names, the truth of Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, first manifest, gathered information. The second, unity. Second, manifest detailed knowledge. The third, realm of spirits. The fourth, realm of forms. The fifth, realm of matters. The first two, unification and unity, orders, belong to the divine realm, and the other three orders belong to the created realm. But the last three realms are imaginary and have no real existence. The first two orders are the names and the attributes of God. They are in the forms of the essence of God, and so there is only one real existence, which is the essence of God. هذا الوجود وإن تعدد ظاهرا وحياتكم ما فيه إلا أنتم وشغلتم كلي بكم وجوانحي أبدا تحن إليكم وإذا نظرت فلست أنظر غيركم وإذا سمعتكم أو عنكم وإذا سكرت فمن مدامة حبكم وبذكركم في سكرتي أترنم وإذا نظمت تغزلا في صورة فلأجل حسنكم المحجب أنظم أنتم حقيقة كل موجود بدأ ووجود هذه الكائنات توهم. Following exploring parts of Sufi's views on the existence, now I would like to present the view of Sheikh Ahmed al-Tayyib on the very same topic, that is the existence. Sheikh Ahmed al-Tayyib's views on the existence could be recognized out of his experience as grand practical Sufi. So he says, the whole existence is darkness, for whoever saw the existence and did not witness the unity of his existence, the unity of Allah's existence, has associated a partner with him. The existence is near than the worshipped Allah, and it is the temporary existence. The whole darkness has no existence of its own self, and has no dependence by its own self, but a nothingness in all its states, the past, the present, and the future. And this due to the real existence. My Master Abu Midian al-Qaws, may Allah have mercy on his soul, says, so as we have seen in the previous teachings that Sheikh Ahmed al-Tayyib has debated, we found him that he first present his view, and then he came to consolidate and support his view with quotation from other Islamic philosophers in the same topic under the discussion. So just here, to support his view on the existence, Sheikh Ahmed al-Tayyib went to quote from the noble and the grand Sheikh Abu Midian, who has lines expressing the very same idea, of the existence. So just here I would like to read what already has been quoted in the Book of Aphorism by Sheikh Ahmed al-Tayyib in the topic of existence. أنا وجودي بوجوده إيش غير الله موجود؟ دلني على ذلك شهودي. إيش غير الله مشهود؟ I am exist with his existence. Is there any being but Allah? His witnessing is guided me. Is there any witnessing except he? However, Shaykh al-Tayyib further went on to explain his view on the existence when he said, it is the theophany, tajalli of the real, al-haq, that enlighten the existence, that denotes the enlightening of this temporary world, the manifestation of the real into it. However, Shaykh al-Tayyib further went also once again to quote from another influential, famous Sufi Sheikh, and that is Ibn Ata'illah al-Sakandari. So Shaykh al-Tayyib in the very same topic, as I stated, he has supported his views with quotation from here and there in terms of the Muslim philosophers Sufi's view on the existence. So now he is quoting from Ibn Ata'illah al-Sakandari, who has stated in one of his aphorisms, saying, the whole universe is darkness. It is enlightened by the manifestation of the real into it, through his names, attributes, and deeds. If not, it gets darkened. Based on the teachings that have been laid by Sheikh al-Tayyib, the founder of the Sudanese Sammaniya, Sammani's view on the existence had been also came to be expressed in their writings. So in both form of writing, that poetic writing and prose writing, some Sammanis have expressed the notion of existence as had been discussed by Shaykh al-Tayyib in his Book of Aphorism. However, on the space that is devoted to present Shaykh al-Tayyib and his offspring after him, his khulafa and those of the Sammanis, on this particular area, I mean here the existence, just here I would like to present and to introduce the view of one of Shaykh al-Tayyib's grandson. I referring here to Professor the late Sheikh Hassan al-Fatih Gharibullah, Vice Chancellor of Omdurman Islamic University. He is, as we have presented in the episode that had handled his storyline, he is a comprehensive writer, and in this sense he wrote and he followed the footsteps of his grandfather Shaykh al-Tayyib view on the existence. So he provided the Islamic and the Islamic library with an authoring entitled The Philosophy of Wahdat al-Wujud, the philosophy of unity of being, فلسفة وحدة الوجود. So Sheikh Hassan al-Fatih, as an experienced teacher in the field of Islamic mysticism and philosophy, and the reflection of an expert in the field of Islamic philosophy and Islamic mysticism, he expresses his view in his book. I refer here to his book, فلسفة وحدة الوجود, the philosophy of unity of being. So in this book, which has been published in 1997 in Cairo, Sheikh Hassan Fatih, by the way, went on to make the background and quoting the views of Greek philosophers, the Greek philosophers on the notion of the existence, followed that by quoting and at the same time providing the views of Muslim philosophers in the very same area. Culminating all these efforts, showing his own view, which in fact is a reflection to the views of his grandfather Sheikh al-Tayyib on his Book of Aphorism, as expression of the real doer in the universe, while the other beings are not more than manifestation to the real existence of Allah. Isaiah, in the poetic ode that had been composed by my master, Sheikh Sheikh Saleh, the grandson of Sheikh Ahmed al-Tayyib. So just here I would like inviting you to share me the words in which he started to enchant, expressing the absolute doer in the universe to the real Allah. أرح جنانك بالتسليم لله، فكل أمر بدا من قدرة الله، القول والفعل والأحوال أجمعها كانت مغدرة من حكمة الله. تبارك الله عن ند يشاركه في خلق شيء من أعبد الله. إياك والشرك الخفي، فما في هذه الدار فعال سوى الله. فأنت فان وكل الناس فانية، والله باغ فكن عبدا إلى الله. ما هذه الدار دار للإقامة، يا مغرور فيها فلا تغتر بالله.